Hey YouTube, what's going on? Lakaboo here. This is going to be a little video feeding my Sunglow jungle and my Anery Albino, who looks like she's gone in a bit of a dark phase, like she's gone into shed again. Still looking very grey, but looking quite dark on camera. Her eyes have gone a bit darker, so I think she's gone into shed. And yeah, so gonna give my Sunglow jungle the bigger one. These are rat pups. I normally always feed my young Boas rat pups. There we go. Good feeding response as always from my snakes. Being Boas, not really surprised. Don't ever get problems feeding Boa Constrictors. If any of my Boas didn't feed, I'd start thinking it probably had a medical problem. Don't get paranoid if your Boa don't eat, it's just that I've never had problems with Boas not eating unless there's something going on funny with them. Anery has quite a big feeding response, to be fair. Don't think she knows whether to go for the camera or the rat. She not coiling at first. There she go. Going on a bit of a mad one. Normally she coils. Decided to not really coil that time. Don't really matter. I'm not really fussed whether my Boas coil or not, as long as they take the item or the rat or the mouse. Then I'm not really fussed either way. It's quite funny how she's gone up into a little ball, to be fair. But yeah, I got a thing on YouTube today where they asked me if I wanted to be a YouTube partner on one of my videos. The video is the what is it? The Sunglow jungle and the Anery Boa video that when they're both together. And I did a video of them. It was only about 5-6 days ago I did it. It's I think the name of it was called Sunglow Jungle and Anery Boa together. They asked me if I'd be a partner for that video so I can get paid with the advertisements I've allowed to be put on there. But yeah, I had to sort out some stuff to be able to do it, but I thought it was a bit weird because I thought if you're a YouTube partner then they do it to all of your videos. I know that I don't think you can use other people's music in it though, so you can't use the videos like that, but I do have some videos where I haven't used music in them. But they've only done it for one of my videos, and I thought when you're a YouTube partner you get banners and stuff, but I don't really know a lot about this YouTube partner thing and I'm not really bothered about it, but I just, from what I know of it, if you're a YouTube partner you get a banner and stuff, and like I just thought you got like ads on all your videos, but they've only done it with one of my videos. But yeah, don't really know about that, so if anyone's a YouTube partner and they've had a similar thing done to them, just let me know. That'd be appreciated. But yeah, if you want to check it out or click on my ad and make me some money, I wouldn't say no. So yeah, that's cool. Any money I made off it anyway just go towards feeding my snakes, to be fair. Not that I have any troubles doing that. It's all good. But yeah, I did get some stuff about trying to see if she was a super. Obviously I can't know for sure until I prove her out. But sometimes some people are I know a couple of people that are quite good at telling with the Sunglows, but I haven't showed them properly yet, so I can't confirm if they think there's a good chance she could be. But then again, even if people think she was, then it's one of them things really where you got to prove it, so no one's going to know for sure. Some people can just tell by looking at the tail. But yeah, I'm not sure, it's quite tricky to tell with the Sunglows. Be easier to tell with a normal hypo. But yeah, no worries about that anyway. I didn't even buy her at first for her being a Poss Super, and the first funny thing is I didn't even buy her because she was a Sunglow jungle. I just saw her, the colour of her, and just saw how high contrast she was and how nice her colouring was, and all her side pattern, and just wanted her straight away purely out of colour and brightness and just all the colouring basically. Obviously I knew it was a Sunglow, but started reading information on it, and it was a Sunglow jungle. I was just like, well, it's even better really. So yeah, and then about a week or two after that, I even noticed she was a Poss Super Sunglow jungle. So both her parents got hypo in them. Well, her dad's a hypo jungle and her mum's a hypo. So obviously her mum's het albino and so was her dad het albino. That's how she's a Sunglow. But yeah, because both her parents had hypo in it, it makes her a Poss Super Sunglow. And then she's jungle as well, but she's not super jungle. Only one of her parents had jungle in her, so she's not super jungle. She's just a possible super Sunglow, but obviously she's jungle as well, so she's a Poss Super Sunglow jungle. Here we have some movement from the Anery. Eventually stopped a little ball. She went up in a ball like a ball python, and that was quite funny. Only one of my snakes reminds me a bit of a ball python, that's my curl albino. Only for the fact you don't always mind you go near his head, but sometimes you go near his head and he'll pull his head away. A lot like ball pythons used to do. So yeah, this Anery is a very greedy eater. She'll want another one after this. I might let her have another little one. But she's still really young, even though on camera she looks quite chunky, but she's still quite young, so I won't give them huge meals when they're only young. And I give them rat pups anyway, which is supposed to be a lot better than the mice. Not that a lot of the time I even notice a difference feeding them mice and rats. They seem to pretty much be about the same in my opinion, but whatever you fancy really. And rats are more expensive, but I have got a lot of them, so it don't really matter. But yeah, I might let them have another one each. Normally they only get one though. Don't always look a good size, or maybe too big or too small on cameras. But that's obviously on camera, but I assure you they're good size, fair size meals for them. So very young, so I don't push food down them. I don't even tend to push food down them when they get older either. I mean, I let them grow nice and slow. They're not going to get big giant super rats in the wild every 7 days, and these little fellas get fed every 7 days, so I'm sure they get a lot more than what they would if someone was to put them outside. Not that they last 5 minutes in my country, but too cold. But yeah, a lot of people are asking me what my plans for my boas. I do have some plans for some of my boas, but then some of my boas I just get because I like them and I want them in my collection, and some of them it's just a bit like see what happens really. Like just put some pairs together and just decide, like I know that sounds a bit crazy not knowing everything I want to do, but like I like Anery boas, I like the colours of them, so I'd like an Anery. And I did know about some Anerys a while ago, but was buying other things at the time, so I didn't buy one. And then asked one of my breeders if he could get one, and the only Anery he could get me was a het for snow, so that was even more of a bonus, because I do like my snakes to be het, if possible, because to be fair it just gives it more, there's just more you can do with it when it comes to breeding it, obviously. Basically just opens new doors to other things, so I do prefer that. It doesn't mean I wouldn't buy a snake because it's not het. Like obviously I'd love my Sunglow jungle to be a het Anery, but she's not. She's just a Sunglow jungle. I've just bought her out of pure colour. So it's one of them really. I'll just buy a snake if I like it, whether it be to do with colour, genetics, or generally just because I want one or like the snake. Everyone has their own reasons really. At the end of the day I can easily say I'm not in it for the money. I've had snakes all my life, and well, I've had reptiles all my life, and I'm just really into my snakes the most. So yeah, I'd have these snakes whether I bred them or didn't breed them, to be fair. I would like to breed them, and any money I did make out of them would just go on my snakes anyway, just for food and maybe upgrade on tanks or buy some new snakes. I don't care about profits and stuff like that, so don't really like that many people. That I do know a couple of people that are in it for the money, and they're not very liked by a lot of people, and to be fair I can't say I like them myself, so I wouldn't really want to be like that. So I'm in it for the right reason. Obviously everybody, if you can get some money, then money's good, but it doesn't always work the way you think it will. And these snakes take a lot of care and attention, a lot more than what a lot of people think. You have like one of these boas and you see how easy they can be to look after one. Then imagine when you get 20, 30, 40, 50 of these things in your collection. It's a whole new story. So I know a couple of people that have like what? Yeah, sorry about that, my battery went and I had to put a bit of power in it. But yeah, as I was saying, I know a couple of people that have some dogs, and they have quite a fair amount of them. I know one lad that's got about 9 dogs. Why so many I don't know, but then I suppose you could say the same thing to me about snakes. But yeah, even he's would say like how hard it is to, well, how hard it can be or is to look after a lot of snakes. Not even he realised how much it actually took, time and effort and money. But yeah, so give it some good thought when you plan on getting a lot of snakes. And a lot of these snakes don't come cheap either. I'm not going to say how much this snake cost me right now, but it was in 4 figures, so it was over 1,000, I'll say that. It wasn't cheap anyway. Worth every penny to me, but everyone's different. But this girl is just on fire. I take pictures of her, and sometimes depending on lighting, her pattern will look like it's like blood red. It's that bright. But it all depends on lighting. But even in the bad lighting on the camera, she seems pretty high contrast to me so far. When I was bringing her down, she was in a tub, like a clear tub like that, and when I was looking at her through that, she's just so bright. She just basically, I've seen some lipstick Sunglows, and I'd pass her off, to be fair, as a lipstick Sunglow jungle, even though I know she's not. But she's literally that clean and that white on the top, and her pattern is that bright. A lot brighter. I know it's brighter than what's shown on the camera. Depends on my lighting. But yeah, sorry, my battery went again. As I was saying, I'll sort out some lighting and try and work on it to get a better colour and stuff of that. The video I did outside showed her colour quite nice and brightly. But yeah, I'll sort that out because it is quite tricky sometimes to catch the colours properly of the albinos, I've noticed. I've also noticed a lot of other people struggle a bit with that. You can like have too much light on them or not enough light. It's really hard to get it in between. But yeah, in about 3 weeks I'll have a Hypo Motley 100% het albino, so I'll be doing some videos on that soon. It'll be here in about 3 weeks to a month, no longer than that, it won't be too long. But yeah, I'll put some videos up of that. So thanks for watching, a bit of a long video, but hope you enjoy watching it anyway. And some more videos to come.